5.3 Federated Identity with a third-party service. We're going to cover on-premise, cloud, and hybrid identity solutions, and we'll see how they're interconnected with many of the other concepts we've already covered or are yet to cover in future sessions. Alright, breaking down this task, we have three subtasks: on-prem, cloud, and hybrid identity models. On the exam, they'll expect you to understand how each model works, its pros and cons, and how organizations make decisions based on their unique needs. For example, on-premise solutions offer control and customization, while cloud-based solutions provide scalability and flexibility. Hybrid models combine the two and add complexity, but can offer the best of both worlds. And again, if I don't go deep enough, that's where the LLM assistant comes in. So use that prompt at the end to ask some targeted questions. It'll help you get the fine-grained details you're looking for. 5.3.1 On-premise federated identity. This is where an organization maintains and manages its identity and access management infrastructure entirely within its own environment. It's a critical area to understand, so let's look at each. That means we have a local identity provider. With an on-premise solution, the organization is in full control. They manage the identity provider internally, which gives them the ability to customize their authentication process to meet specific security and operational needs. This can be ideal in situations where data control is a top priority, like in a government or even healthcare sector. 2. Control and customization. One of the biggest benefits here is control. You can fine-tune the identity and access management systems to fit your organization's unique requirements. For the exam, remember that this is a big advantage, especially for companies that need to meet strict compliance requirements or require advanced security measures. 3. Data residency, often a top concern for organizations that deal with sensitive data. Since everything is kept within the organization's physical infrastructure, you can ensure data sovereignty, which is critical for meeting local compliance regulations. The exam may test your understanding on how on-prem solutions address concerns about data residency and sovereignty. 4. Legacy system integration. These on-premise solutions tend to integrate better with older legacy systems. Many organizations still rely on legacy applications that may not work with cloud-based solutions, and this is where on-prem identity management shines. Be prepared to recognize scenarios in the exam where legacy integration is a key factor. 5. Network dependency. However, on-prem solutions are heavily dependent on the organization's internal network infrastructure. If the network fails or has performance issues, the federated identity system is affected as well. The exam might test you on how to mitigate this kind of risk when it comes to a significant concern. 5.3.2 Cloud Federated Identity. Here an organization uses a third-party cloud identity provider like Okta to manage and authenticate user identities. Cloud solutions are increasingly common, and the exam will definitely test your knowledge on these environments. So let's go through some of these items. The cloud identity provider. In this model, identity management is outsourced to a third party, as I said, like Okta. This is particularly useful for organizations looking for scalability and flexibility. However, you lose some control over the process, which means trust in the third party is essential. Scalability and flexibility. This is a major advantage of cloud-based federated identity. As your organization grows or shrinks, the cloud solution can adapt without the need for significant infrastructure changes. For the exam, remember that this scalability makes the cloud solution ideal for dynamic or fast-growing businesses. Reduced infrastructure costs. By using cloud services, organizations can avoid the upfront capital investment and ongoing maintenance costs of running an on-prem identity management system. This cost efficiency is a key benefit that the exam may expect you to weigh in various scenarios. Accessibility. A major advantage of cloud identity is that their accessibility from any location or almost any device with an internet connection. This makes it particularly attractive for companies with remote and distributed workforces. The exam may present scenarios where this level of accessibility is a requirement for the business. And vendor dependency. One of the trade-offs with cloud identity is that you're reliant on their availability and performance and security of the cloud provider. If they experience downtime or some issue, your organization is directly impacted. For the exam, consider how vendor lock-in or other dependencies may affect decision making. 5.3.3 Hybrid Federated Identity. This combines elements of both on-prem and cloud solutions, and it offers a flexible approach, and the exam may test you on some benefits and challenges. So let's break it down. The combined approach, as hybrid solutions allows an organization to use both on-prem and identity management. Choosing the best option for various services or data types is important. But this flexibility can help balance control and convenience, a key concept for the exam. Flexibility and control. With a hybrid model, organizations can keep sensitive data or mission-critical applications on-prem while outsourcing less sensitive or more scalable elements into the cloud. This is a best-of-both-worlds approach, but it requires careful management, and the exam may ask about scenarios where balance is ideal. Phased migration. Hybrid identity solutions are often used when an organization wants to slowly transition from on-prem to cloud, and they may start by migrating less sensitive applications first, then moving to the critical services only once they're confident in their cloud solution. So for the exam, remember that a phased migration may reduce risk and allow organizations to adapt over time. Complexity. Of course, hybrid solutions can introduce more complexity. Managing and integrating both on-prem and cloud requires more oversight and coordination. Complexity is something you'll need to recognize in exam scenarios, where security operations might be impacted by the hybrid model. All right, wrapping up Task 5.3, Federated Identity with a Third-Party Service. Remember the three key takeaways here. Understand the identity models. You need to be able to distinguish between on-prem, cloud, and hybrid federated identity models. Each has its own benefit and limitations, and the exam will likely test your ability to apply the right model in different business contexts. Assess the security implications. Be ready to evaluate the security risks of each model. On-prem offers greater control, cloud provides better scalability, and hybrid can offer flexibility but comes with increased complexity. The exam will expect you to assess data residency, control, and vendor dependency in real-world scenarios, and apply concepts to real-world scenarios. The exam won't just test your memorization of terms. It'll test your ability to apply these concepts in real-world situations. Be sure to practice using federated identity models in scenarios like remote workforces, regulatory compliance, or integrating legacy systems. And remember, if you need more in-depth practice on any of these topics, use the exam assistant prompt that's coming up next. All right, come on, test your knowledge. Try it all. Go into that deep dive. I want to know more about domain 5.3 or task 5.3 or just the concept of federated identity management. How does it affect you? You could type in long sentences. Remember, when you don't agree with an answer, it's not like a regular practice exam where you just read some paper and then you got to write them or whatever and put in maybe YouTube or your Facebook. Hey, what went on with this? What did you guys get? I think the answer should be C. Argue with them. Sometimes I find out I'm right. I often find out I'm wrong and why I'm wrong. And that either way I get smarter. Enjoy. See you.